What's up, YouTube? Roy Dean here, 4th degree black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and your friendly neighborhood Jiu-Jitsu instructor. If you're not already subscribed, please do. Costs you nothing, and it definitely helps out the channel, where I'm trying to improve people's lives through the art of Jiu-Jitsu. Because Jiu-Jitsu has improved mine in innumerable ways, and I'd like to be able to share some of that magic that the art has with a wider audience, the general population. They need Jiu-Jitsu even more than the athletes that are already involved in the art and the sport. So one thing I'd like to talk to you all about today is the day that you quit Jiu-Jitsu. Now that may seem kind of unusual coming from someone who is, I'm considered a lifer. Lifelong martial artist, been training over 30 years. So for me, stepping away from the art is something that of course you consider it over the journey, but I don't really seriously consider giving up until the wheels fall off. For me, I intend to be on the mat, maybe not in a competitive way, but I would like to reach 70 and maybe even a little bit longer than that. If I can't make it that long, then that's how it goes. But I recently had a good friend and a Jiu-Jitsu black belt tell me that he was stepping away from the art. He felt he needed to tell me, and I offered nothing but encouragement, because there is a time to step away from the art, and I will reveal that in a moment. But let's talk about what Jiu-Jitsu gives you if you do the necessary buy-in. You can't just absorb the benefits of something right away. You have to, at least with Jiu-Jitsu, it's more like an investment. You have to start putting a little money away. You put knowledge and experience into your combat database. And over time, you start, filling in the spreadsheet. And if you just fill in a couple of points, it might help you if you make it to blue belt. Yeah, that's good. That's definitely an accomplishment. But you really need to reach purple belt before you're doing Jiu-Jitsu. And at that point, since you're doing Jiu-Jitsu and you want to quit, I think you understand what you're doing and you've received some benefit to the art. Anything after your purple belt is really more of an intellectual and physical challenge to get to black belt. You're doing Jiu-Jitsu at purple belt. At black belt, you're doing it at a high level and have the capacity to pass it on and teach and share the art. Overall, you can quit at any point, and I'll tell you, I almost quit at blue belt. I was getting, I wasn't doing that great. I wasn't doing that great on the mat. And I got frustrated because, the whole thing of strength doesn't matter if you have a good enough technique. Well, I didn't have enough strength and I didn't have enough technique. So I remember I went to Claudio França. We went to his office, and then he heard me out. I said, I'm going to quit for a year. I'm going to lift weights. I'm going to come back. I'm going to do great. And he said, look, Roy, you're a talented guy. If you want to go lift weights and you want to look good for girls and you want to do that, then that's fine. I support you. But if you want to learn how to fight, stay here. And that's really what I wanted. I wanted to understand this technology of Jiu-Jitsu. I wanted to know how to fight and maybe eventually learn how to do it with a little bit of style. So Claudio prevented me from retiring that day, and I'm eternally grateful to him for giving me that little bit of encouragement. So maybe this is the encouragement that you need. I would urge you to not quit until purple belt. If you love Jiu-Jitsu, try to make it to purple. And that can be anywhere from 3 to 5 years, or maybe even longer sometimes. If you make it to black belt and you choose to quit, I have no bone against that. that's totally your decision, an adult decision. You've lasted way longer than most. And I have another friend, coincidentally, who is also a black belt, and he hasn't quit, but he doesn't roll anymore. So it's a reduced expression. So he'll teach, he'll move, he'll play around, he'll instruct, but he's not going to roll. It just hurts his back too much. He's not into it in the same way that he was. Now, I still do. I'm 50 years old. I'm still rolling. I'm very selective about who I roll with and the manner in which I roll. But I'm on the mat, and it's not really an option for me to quit because the art keeps you accountable, especially when you do it in a professional capacity. The art keeps you accountable so that you have to perform at a higher level. I have to monitor my diet. I have to stay fit, balanced, flexible. I can't get too lazy. Can't drink too much. Basically you can't be too bad because there's going to be a consequence. There's going to be some biofeedback that happens if you stray from the mats too long because your skills are perishable. Now, when should you quit jiu-jitsu? The answer is whenever you feel that the art isn't serving you anymore. Let me repeat that. You should quit jiu-jitsu when you feel the art does not serve you anymore. You should have the art serve you. It should improve your life. It improves my life in a huge way, not only because of the increased physical capacity that it demands from me, and you got to stay sharp, and you have to be, you have to keep up with the times, and that's definitely a good thing. But you can also throw your whole life into jiu-jitsu, and it'll eat you up and spit you out, leave you injured, broken, and bitter. It's up to you. Don't step over that line where you sacrifice everything for the art. The art is impersonal. It does not care about you. It is a dynamic form of yoga, as Matt Thornton said many years ago. And I realized that because I yoke myself to the art, it pulls me through this life. I'm able to do a lot of things that I wouldn't do without the art of jiu-jitsu. I have a lot of friends, I travel, I have really an incredible life because of the art. But I never go over that line where it's everything, right? So it still serves me. But if it doesn't serve you anymore, then just respectfully walk away. And the thing is, it's always there for you. Jiu-jitsu is the constant companion in your life that you are looking for. I've been through, high school, college, many jobs, many relationships. Jiu-jitsu has always been there for me, so it continues to serve me. So don't step away from the art just because you're frustrated or because you can't figure something out. The thing is, the frustration is part of it. The obstacle becomes the way. You have to experience failure to learn how to be creative and work around strength, speed, and power. Those lessons are available to you, but it takes time and it takes persistence, and it doesn't just happen like that. So don't mistake frustration for the art not serving you. That's just where you're at in the development process, okay? So to all of my friends, whether you're a black belt or not, it's okay to leave the art. You don't need to feel guilty about it. For some people, it is the linchpin, the cornerstone of our lives. But that's not everybody. So take it easy on yourself. Don't be judgmental about stepping away from the art if it's not serving you anymore. In fact, I encourage you to do it. Be a well-balanced human, not just a jiu-jitsu player. That's it for now. I'm heading to Europe on Friday in a couple of days. I'm heading over to do a seminar in Wales, Then I'm going to Norway, I'm going to Holland after that. I might do a seminar in Turkey, and then I'm gonna spend a week in Japan. So I'm gonna be on the road for the next month, probably the most adventurous adventure I've ever had. That's coming up in a few days, and again, that's because of my commitment to the art of jiu-jitsu. I'm yoked to it, it pulls me to adventure. Those things are possible for you too, but really, just keep it in check in your life. Jiu-jitsu is a beautiful human technology, extremely powerful. I want it to serve you. Never step over the line and serve the art exclusively. So if you like this content, subscribe. Take care. Love all you guys. And we'll see you in the next video.